Hello everyone, it's Big Alski. Well, we're at day 3, part 1. The good thing about this video is, there's not much to talk about. Thank goodness, I guess, on y'all's part and my part. A lot of it is just going to be, very repetitive. Of course, there's other ways of doing things, but, like this fight right here. I'm just gonna, kill the rockets first, or the rocket guy first. That's your main priority right there, and then switch over to the scythe and try to chain steel and bone as much as possible. I could use the dragon sword and jump on the fiend imps, or whatever you want to call them. Jump on their heads and flying swallow them, slide Y after that and to the other guys. But if you can just get the steel and bone chain going with the scythe, it really clears the area. Always trying to go after the OT. I thought that guy was still going to be alive. I didn't mean to use my UT there, but that's the one bad thing is, and you'll see what I'm talking about later. And that right there, I didn't do the right button combination, and it left me wide open for attack. And those guys, it's almost like you see it coming. You'll be doing your move, and they'll just kind of be walking up to you, and right when you're done, they'll just grab you out of your recovery frames, or if you mess up, they can really punish you. And there's some fights later on. There's a part I didn't mean to do my UT again. But it's important to get the combos going right. That the combo I had was a good one to really start the chain. Sliding into the enemies with the Y. When it connects, because you'll get punished if you don't. So nothing too hard about that fight. It's actually easier than the one from Master Ninja.
Impressive. Crazy, but impressive.
Now, the reason I'm showing this, and it's something I'll talk about a little bit later, are these bugs. They can do a lot of damage. And during the later chapters, they can give you some problems. But if you notice, each time I hit them, it's worth 10 points. And, just keep that in mind. And later on in the chapter, I'll talk about it a little bit more. But needless to say, there's something about it that really kind of pisses me off. But again, we'll get into it. But I love this guy's reaction when I get up and stab
him. You gotta be careful. Who knows what kind of
So
stuff
again,
is
with the scythe, the 360, I actually chain it pretty good this time. But you can also, again, with the dragon sword, don't go too far because the dogs will jump out and grab you. So just go a little ways and then, slide back, because they take off like half your health. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing here with the chaining of the 360. But that's going to be very important later on. And then my finger hit the button right there. It's kind of interesting to have that up there, but not during the gameplay for me. Maybe on an easier difficulty. Now this is considered one of the harder fights too. You really want to shoot the rocket or the rocket things and kill them. I tried it a couple ways, trying to take out the dogs first with the scythe and all that stuff, but it just works best for me to use the dragon sword and jump on the beret guy's head, and then follow it up with a slide Y with the dog, like that. See, some of those moves that I missed upon or whiffed upon were, you know, missing my slide. See, right there is a perfect example of me missing, you know, releasing the block too soon before, you know, I got him up in the air with the Y. Again, you know, I missed a jump and almost got killed doing that. I mean, you really have to be aware of your surroundings. Remember, you know, try to get an idea of where the enemy is from. You saw that dog just flying swallow at me from off screen. I can't tell you how many times I've died, you know, from that happening. You just don't see it coming.
What's with you guys? Who is this?
They missed my slide Y again. That's so bad. I laugh at my friend whenever, and I said it in another video. You know, he's like, "How the hell did you get through this? You know, with all the mistakes that you make." But again, it's one reason why I've made the videos, to show that you can make these mistakes and still get through the game. See, again, you know, not getting my combo, and the guy just walks up to me and he's ready to grab me. Boy, if you can get that steel on bone, you know, going, that's the way to go. I know some of the other guys like to do it with the dragon sword, but you know, you're just not going to chain it like you do with the scythe. So I have my UT built up right here. I thought about, you know, using it or seeing what would have happened, but I thought maybe I could carry it over to up top, and you know, wasn't able to do that. See, this whole, you know, chain of events right here was pretty lucky, but at least the good thing is if I had have died, you know, I would have started, you know, at the bottom again. Not all the way over, just, you know, after I destroyed the 2 rocket turrets.
A radio.
So save, and I'm going to show this kill, and then, you know, skip the whole truck scene and, you know, go straight to the other fight. And again, I think this is a little bit easier than Master Ninja 2, because I think there's beret guys in there, you know, and here there's not. See, there was some slide Ys going on there, but you know, the dog was already dead. And the reason, you know, I'm trying to do that is because I you know, again, missed my slide Y and got punished for it. You know, one reason why I'm not just, you know, doing Azuna drops or, you know, on landing 360s into the Azuna drops is, you know, I still like to play for score, get a decent score. You know, I've always been that way since, you know, the Ninja Gaiden days. So, you know, it's hard to, you know, it's hard. And look at me, I missed my, my steel and bone. Boy, if I could ever get these moves down consistent, I'd be pretty good, I'll tell you. Maybe. But, you know, I always try to play, you know, for score. You know, fighting every fight is something that, you know, I've always believed in. You know, some people just say, hey, you know, you're a ninja, you can do whatever you want to get through it. But, you know, me, I just, I just believe in fighting all the fights. That's just the way I think. I want to save my UT right now. See, missed my slide at him. So I'm just like, screw it. Let me just go with the combo that I know that'll work. Missed my slide again. God. But this is the reason why I wanted to keep my UT. You know, I know I've got the Alchemist, and then I'm going to get some more, so I still have my Nimpo. I mean, why even mess with him? There's ways you can get those guys bloody and then, you know, do the slide, the shuriken slide, steel on bone, but, you know, at this point, I just rather just kill them and get it over with.
I live for this.
You know, I beat that guy to the punch. He was rearing back to let me have it, but I kicked him in the face. I mean, I think if there's one, you know, move that's so crucial in this game, you know, other than the Azuna drop, is, you know, knowing that move with the claws. You know, I've seen some other videos where, you know, the guy just spams the 360Y over and over and over and over and over and over again on the Alchemist, and eventually it works. You know, but that way is a little bit faster. Chiwiga was telling me of a way with the Dragon Sword that's a little bit faster, but again, that's practice that I need to work on. So, you know, skip all the other crap along the way, and then, you know, here just, you know, stay in the back and watch for the bombs, and, you know, that's about it. Now, if you happen to come here with your health bar, you know, really low, and he kills you, you know, you'll reset with a bigger health bar. Now, I will say the easiest way is to just stay back there and shoot. You know, don't even come forward like I'm coming forward. Just stay back in the opening and just, you know, kill the guys with your arrows. Me, I'm going for, you know, obliteration, you know, combo kills. You can get some steel on bone. Sometimes, I don't think I got it in this run, but, you know, I've gotten it before, so I'm always, you know, trying to, you know, to work out some extra points. But, you know, I talked about, you know, the video saying that I was going to just, you know, take the easy way and get through it, but, you know, I'm missing points, so I can't do that. But the easiest way, though, is just stay back, you know, right there at the opening, and just jump and, you know, shoot your arrows and kill them all, and not even have to worry with any of this stuff.
Ninja, I'm not done yet.
I wanted to make sure that I had, knocked all 3 guys down. You don't want to have 2 guys flying around or 1 guy flying around and, waste, one of your UT hits. I mean, I don't think he'll go up in the air to get him, but, again, it's just one of those things to, make sure you use everything to your advantage. Don't waste any opportunities. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but still, having that mentality, throughout the game will really, help along the way as well. I'm lucky that didn't kill me. I mean, maybe only part of the fire got me, but I mean, I died on this a few times trying to squeeze out these OTs and missed them, and I'm just a glutton for punishment. But here I'm skipping out a lot of this stuff, but again, I want to show you, here on the bugs. I mean, I get 16 hits right here to just prove a point. I'm going to get 160 points for that. So the number 1 and 2 guy on Master Ninja spammed shurikens. One guy did it for 2 hours and another guy did it for 10 hours in order to reach the number 1 and 2 score. And then the number 1 guy on Ultimate Ninja also spammed the shuriken exploit. It's really irritating because they can skip fights and do whatever they want to do and still take away one of the video spots from some players who are deserving. So, and the reason I know that is if you go into their records, one guy I think has thrown over 230,000 shurikens, and another guy is throwing for like over 160,000. And I think I've played the game for the normal, hard, Master Ninja twice, and now Ultimate Ninja, and I don't even think I've thrown 10,000 shurikens. I mean, I can check my records, and I'm going to do all that and show all that at the end of the game. I was actually seeing if I could knock the guy off right there, and couldn't do it because sometimes you can Azuna drop and the guys will bounce over the ledge. I think that's happened a couple times.
You're too easy, Ninja. Now! There he is! Stop him!
See right here. There that guy goes. But that's points. It cost me points for that happening. And there's another chance, man. It's a little frustrating when you're playing for score and you knock all your guys off. I mean, I'm not really playing for score, but you know what I mean. And I still, remember, and I think I've even brought this up in the earlier videos, how, people said, oh, it's so easy, spamming the UTs and all that in some of the other games, but, some of these steel on bone chains are ridiculous, and you'll see what I mean coming up. I won't spoil it just yet, but it's pretty impressive. See, there's, you know, missing that Y that I was talking about. You know, it's not going to connect all the time. And here's another instance. You know, I try to go up to this guy and press Y, and it's just not going to do it. It's just not going to kill him. But I want to be careful not to knock the guy over, and of course I did. It's too bad they can't flip back up and come and get you. So again, I always like to, I mean, I can jump on the head and kill that guy with the scythe, but I just really prefer using the dragon sword. You know, I just feel a lot more comfortable killing them and then following them up with OTs. But this is the part I was, you know, getting ready to talk about. Now, I'm just not going to say anything, but, so here we go. I mean, the hardest thing about that fight was making sure my finger didn't cramp up from, you know, pressing X so much. I mean, that's really ridiculous right there. That you could clear out the whole, almost the whole set of guys in one chain. And again, I'm still trying to get those OTs, but they get me punished. And here's another fight that's a little bit easier. You know, on Master Ninja, alchemists are the ones that come down, but here are these little fiend imps. I mean, that's what I'm going to call them. I don't know what they're really called, but, you know, same thing. I want to try to group them together and then start my steel and bone chain. Now you do have to be careful with these guys because they'll start to, you know, want to explode, and then while you're in the middle of your steel and bone chain, you know, they'll jump on you, and there's really nothing you can do about it, and it'll kill you. You know, I kind of see that things aren't going to work out, you know, and get my chain going here. So I don't want to, you know, try to force the issue and, you know, make a bad move and get punished. So I'm just going to go with what I know works. You know, jumping on their head, you know, flying swallow OT. Now, since I've already damaged them all, I'm not getting any instant kills. But there is a trade-off later on, you know, from steel and bone chaining versus, you know, getting instant kills, combo kills, and obliteration techniques. So, you know, there's kind of a balance later on in the game. I think I actually chose close to the end of the game to jump on their heads and do all that versus, you know, doing the steel and bone. So here, just go out and take the rocket launcher guys, you know, with the bow, or you could go jump on their heads, but you know, why take the chance? So I got my UT built up, and you know, I think I still have my dragon sword out. I could have equipped the scythe and maybe UT'd them, but I've missed those guys plenty of times before, so I really wanted to take the sure bet. But now here's where the 360Y really comes in handy. And if you get these guys in the air, you know, you can usually kill them up in the air. But you want to do it like, you know, 3 or 4 times in the row before you pick them up and finish off with your XXXY. That'll really come in handy later on in the lab and in the acid pit. You know, I should really be, you know, chaining this 2 or 3 times before I try to do any of the other moves, and it's going to cost me here in a minute. But both of these, you know, like I said, you can Blade of Neridium and just, you know, jump back, you know, away from them, and jump back towards them, and then on landing. And you know, that's, again, you know, that's very crucial, you know, later on in the game. So this is actually, you know, might be a, see, you know, I messed up and, you know, got punished for it. But this might be a good place to practice that if you're, you know, not really feeling comfortable with it. You know, because whenever you, if you do happen to die, you'll just start back up, you know, jumping down at the tower. But see, here's where I also should have just been chaining it to build up my Nympho meter. You know, I really wasn't looking at it, and then when I did, you know, it's like, oh, I have my Nympho now. But I could have just sat there and chained that until, you know, it built up. You know, I talked about that earlier and didn't even follow my own advice. But anyway, that's the this part of the video. All I got to do is, you know, upload it, and we'll see you in day 3, part 2.